not the only ones. How do you say there's more women?
Next Wednesday.
I want to give her the 100,000 for Michael.
This girl is a hood rat. She's gonna come looking for more.
Nothing can prepare you
I want $1 million.
for the explosive Sistas season finale.
Have you lost your mind?
Gary, you did not tell me about a wife. Oh, wow.
They get a little wild.
I don't lose. I want to get them.
You're gonna be counting days. Start counting now.
Tyler Perry's Sistas season finale.
Okay, Sistas fans, this is it. The season 6 finale trailer. And my goodness, it looks insane. December 27th, season 6, episode 22, Beautiful Lies. After Andy, Fatima, and Penelope confront Gary, his true intentions are revealed. Danny deals with Preston's big news. Zach and Fatima try to work things out to get custody of Michael. Now remember, a couple things. Last night was not the season finale. Next week is. And then after next week, which is the season finale, there is no hiatus. January 3rd, the show continues with season 7. And there's going to be a 3-month time jump. Okay? Keep that in mind. I don't want people being like, wait, there's a new episode next week and the week after. Folks, there is no hiatus. That's why I tell you on this channel, hit subscribe, hit the bell icon and select all. That way you're notified when I post stuff, and follow me on my social media platforms. The description box has Twitter, Instagram, everything I'm on. That way you're up to date. Okay? You got it? Now with that being said, let's jump into this wild trailer breakdown. You know the drill. I want to talk about the 30-second promo you saw at the beginning of this trailer, as well as the end credit promo from last night's episode. Where to begin, folks? Where to begin? Okay, let's just start a little small and kind of pick up where we left off, because the episode ended with Penelope, surprising Andy, and then they agreed, well, we'll talk, just not right here. And then Gary popped up. So it looks like Penelope and Andy are in her office, and Penelope, being a data analysis, I actually like her. I don't look, this isn't me crushing or anything. I just like the fact, like Jordan said, she's a data analysis. So basically she breaks things down. I can relate to that because that's what I do. Plus I'm a structured person who likes lists and things like that. All right. On the days I have crossed off, I want to know if he was with you then. And I'm thinking to myself, does Andy know all this by memory? Like I said, Penelope's doing the kind of stuff I will be doing, but it's like, does Andy really remember? All right. So from there, we have Andy, Fatima, and Penelope standing out in the hallway. And Andy's like, now I wonder what those two idiots are talking about. I wonder what those two idiots are plotting, referencing Hayden and Gary. Fatima's like, they're talking about you right now. Andy's like, wait, what? No, Andy, you talking all big and bad. Now you just don't like being the subject of the conversation. So he's just losing his cool. He's up in Hayden's office like, I don't lose. I'm going to get him. Like, bro, calm down. What do you mean lose? I mean, you're getting exposed. It's not like, they did anything wrong. Well, in your eyes, they did because they found out about each other. But here's my favorite part. It looks like we move over to the conference room. And we got Gary, Hayden, and then the ladies. Because remember, in the season 7 trailer at the very beginning, Andy's talking with Penelope like, we discovered we weren't the only two, aka you were messing around with other women, which again, we kind of already knew that. So from there, I believe Penelope even says something to the effect of, we're not the only ones. And Andy's like, what did he say to you? There were other women. And this is when they were still in Andy's office. But when we get to the conference room, Penelope drops this line, Gary, you did not tell me about a wife. And I'm like, yes. So finally, some Jasmine is going to be brought into the episode. Now, keep in mind, I don't know how much of the episode we're going to spend in Andy's office when they're talking. They might have some, conversation off screen, and then the big confrontations when all the tea is going to come out. And then we see Penelope shove Gary, and then the ladies leave. So from there, we go over to Karen, still over at the new place she's possibly going to buy. I don't know much about commercial real estate. Brian's like, oh, don't worry about it. Chelsea here will help you. Chelsea's like, I sure will. And it's like, isn't this a bit too convenient that she just magically pops up like this? I'm guessing that when Karen stepped to the side to call Zach for some realtor advice, I think that Brian probably called Chelsea like, hey, I got this young lady down here who's thinking about buying a property. You mind coming over here? And that's why Chelsea pops up. But again, this seems to have Aaron just written all over because it's, you know, Brian's super nice, overly helpful. It just seems like, I mean, folks, I think it's difficult to say that it's not legit considering in the season 7 trailer, we see Karen's grand opening. So regardless, everything is coming together. Let's just leave it at that. But yeah, Brian still is a bit, you know, I don't know about this guy. All right. So from there, we do see in the synopsis, Danny deals with Preston's big news. I'm guessing this is when she's still on the phone with Sabrina because Sabrina says something to the effect of, wow, it did get a little wild. So that's really all we have of that. So yeah, dealing with Preston's marriage. So I don't even know if Preston's in the episode now because Danny deals with Preston's big news, but that could possibly mean that Preston won't be in the episode like I thought. He probably already went back to Texas that morning and got married. So that's pretty much it. Then from there, Danny. Now, I was wrong last night because I thought it was Jonah, but no. Since I saw like an HD quality version of the trailer, the one at the beginning of this video, Danny's inspecting a broken window in her car. The driver's side, somebody smashed the window in, and we see this guy with a bandana around his face, or, you know, his mouth, or under his nose, just kind of sneaking up behind her, and then he grabs her and like puts a napkin over her, you know, a handkerchief over her face. That's not Jonah. This is just a random robber. And goodness, look, you know me, I ain't crazy about Danny. No, this is actually pretty frightening because I think a few weeks ago I saw online about this thing where some women like go to their cars, they come out of a store or whatever in the parking lot, and they see like a handkerchief or like a napkin on their door handle, and these things have some sort of like substance on it where if you touch it, you pass out. And then these women end up disappearing. So this might be a bit uncomfortable to watch, but at the same time, I do like how Tyler is weaving these things into the script, you know, to kind of raise awareness about this kind of stuff going on. And this is happening in broad daylight too. That's the scary part about it. But yeah, I thought it was Jonah. I honestly thought it was Jonah, but this looks like a completely different person. So the question is, who's going to save her? Like I said, most would say Preston, but he's probably back home, folks. He's probably back home. And because I think that Mindy was sent back to Texas rather than being at the hotel. So Preston's gone. What is Tony going to save her? Well, we know she's going to somehow survive this because, well, she's in the season 7 trailer. But, you know, this is going to be quite the scene. I don't think it will be the season finale cliffhanger. It would make for quite the cliffhanger, but I don't think that makes sense because the 3-month time skip to skip over something like this would just be not a good move. I'm thinking that the cliffhanger is probably going to be the showdown at Heather's apartment, which, if I'm not mistaken, based on my notes, is the final thing to talk about here. Okay, so man, let's just break this down here because I feel like this could lead into Zatima season 3. Zach and Fatima are back at home, and Zach is trying to figure out, okay, I want to give her $100,000 for Michael right now. Fatima's like, she's a hood rat, Zach. She's just going to come looking for more. And Zach is like, come on, I know she'll take the money. So they eventually make it over to Heather's apartment, and she's like, I want $1 million. And here's when things get wild and crazy. So I'm thinking that Zach decides to just go get Michael because there's a scene where it looks like Zach is kind of bending down like he's, you know, trying to get Michael off the floor. But then Heather kind of grabs like the back of his jacket trying to like get away from him. But then we see Fatima grab Heather and just slam her against the wall. Now, there is a woman who looks out at some blinds. At first, I thought it was Sabrina. But then again, I looked at the HD version of the trailer. I'm like, nah, that's not Sabrina. that's probably Miss Cheryl, the nosy neighbor who's hearing all the commotion going on. So from there, Fatima and Heather go at it, but remember, Heather's like half Fatima's size, so, you know, from there, somebody says, like, get out! I think that's Heather. And then we see that Fatima kind of, like, shoves her hard, like she's about to fall over. And Zach is like, no, 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 no! Have you lost your mind? Yeah, that's definitely him going at Fatima because something bad goes down. I'm thinking Fatima probably unintentionally kills Heather, and that could be what leads into the season 3 Zatima plot line of Zach getting arrested for murder. Now, does Miss Cheryl call the cops? I mean, if she doesn't know that Zach and Fatima are there, she could call the cops. You know, it's like, oh, there's some commotion going on at that girl's apartment again, and we know she ain't afraid of calling the police. So I think that's probably what's going to happen. So with that being said, we go over to the final bit of the trailer, which I should have said earlier, but Fatima staring Gary down saying, like, you're going to be counting your days. You better start counting now. And then that's it. Folks, this looks like one hell of a season finale. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And as I said before, please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.